balanced meal, according to MyPlate, includes 5 different food groups. They are vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and dairy. And we can also call that oils and fats. Let's take a look at these different food groups. The food that you need to eat most in the day is vegetables. Now, vegetables are parts of plants that can be eaten. Vegetables can be categorized into green vegetables, red and orange, beans and peas, starchy vegetables, and other. Vegetables have a ton of nutrients, and nutrients help your body to grow, stay strong, stay healthy, and help your stomach and your digestion to work really well. There are lots of different ways that you can eat vegetables. You can eat them raw or as is, steamed with water on top of the stove, sauteed on top of the stove, or roasted in the oven. Try a few different ways and see what you like. Now, there are 2 important things to know with this. Every time you cook vegetables, you kill off some of the nutrients. So oftentimes the best way to get the most nutrients from vegetables is eating it raw. But it's important to note that you can't eat every single vegetable raw. Carrots, yes. Broccoli, yes. But you can't eat potatoes raw. As a kid, you should eat 1.5 to 3 cups of vegetables a day. Fruits are also parts of plants that can be eaten. Fruits are naturally sweet and low in fat. Fruits can be categorized into different colors as well, such as red, orange, yellow, green, or blue and purple. Fruits can also be eaten fresh, frozen, canned, or dried. The best ways to eat fruits are fresh because you get the most nutrients that way. If you don't have access to fresh fruit, then frozen is your next best choice. Here's a secret. Fruit juice doesn't really contain many nutrients. It's better to eat the actual fruit. Now, the colors of fruits and vegetables often depend on the nutrients it has. So if we want the most amount of nutrients to help our body to grow and to stay strong and healthy, we need to eat lots of different colors of fruits and vegetables. Get out there and try different things. You might find out you like something you didn't realize. As a kid, you need about 1.5 cups of fruit a day. Next, we have grains. And grains come from seeds. Examples of grains are wheat, rice, barley, rye, oat, and other cereal grains. You may have heard of something called whole wheat, and whole wheat grains use the entire seed. Whole wheat grains are healthier for you because the entire seed has more nutrients. Examples of whole wheat grains are whole wheat products, and those are often things like whole wheat bread or brown bread, brown rice, quinoa, oats, and popcorn. When part of the seed has been removed, that's called a refined grain. Now, these are still grains, but they don't have as many nutrients. Examples of refined grains are white bread, white rice, cornflakes, and pasta. When we think about go, slow, and woe foods, grains can be categorized into these different categories as well. So the go grains are the whole wheat products, like whole wheat breads and cereals, or quinoa or brown rice. The more slow and woe grains are things like pizza crust, bagels, crackers, pretzels, and pasta. As a kid, you need about 5 ounces of grains a day, or about 3 ounces of whole wheat grains a day. Protein helps your body to grow. You need protein for your skin, your nails, your teeth, your hair, your heart, the rest of your organs, your muscles, and your bones. You need protein everywhere. Protein comes from things like meat, so chicken, beef, pork, turkey, or seafood. But you can also get protein from other sources like eggs, tofu, nuts and seeds, and beans and legumes. We can also categorize protein into go, slow, and woe foods. Examples of go protein are lean meats, so that's your chicken and your fish. It can also include eggs, beans and tofu, and nuts and seeds. Examples of slow or woe proteins are things like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and bologna. As a kid, you need about 2 to 5 ounces of protein per day. Finally, we have dairy, and dairy means anything that's made from a cow. So milk, cheese, butter, and yogurt. But dairy contains something called lactose, and many people are actually lactose intolerant, meaning their bodies don't break down lactose, which then gives them an upset stomach. We often hear that we need to eat dairy because we need the calcium, and the calcium gives us strong bones. However, we can get calcium from all different sources. We can get it from green vegetables, fish, nuts and seeds, and beans. Kids need about 2 cups of dairy a day. Another food group is oil. And oil is a form of fat just like dairy. You can have a little bit of oil every day, about 4 to 5 teaspoons. Oil comes from nuts with oil, seeds with oil, fish with oil, or vegetables with oil. And finally, we have another food group, sugar and fat. It's not included on MyPlate because it definitely falls within the whoa category. The thing about sugar is that it doesn't really contain any nutrients, but it does make our food taste delicious. Anything with a lot of sugar is definitely a whoa food, but sugar is really everywhere. It's in a lot of our drinks, juices, desserts, and can be hidden in things like cereal and crackers and some other foods. You can definitely have it, but think of it as a special treat every once in a while. And now we have fat. There are definitely go forms of fat and slow and whoa forms of fat. We want to focus on the go forms of fat because the slow and whoa forms of fat make it really hard for our heart to pump blood to the rest of our body. So examples of go forms of fat are olives, olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds, and some healthy cheeses. Examples of whoa fats are things like bologna, bacon, fried food like French fries, mayonnaise, butter, and some cheeses. Now that you know a little bit more about the food groups, which food group do you eat from the most? Which one do you feel like you need to eat a little bit more of? It's okay though, because eating is all about balance. MyPlate shows us that we have different colors or categories that we should be eating from. So remember, when you're eating, try to get a little bit from the 5 different food groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and dairy, or oils and fats. Today's star food is black beans.
Beans, magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's eat beans with every meal. Yep, that's me. I'm really good for your heart and I can help you from getting sick. I also make sure you don't have crazy sugar spikes, so I keep you feeling energetic all day long. I'm also good for your stomach because I help you too well. Come closer. Poop. That's because I'm full of fiber. I also have a lot of protein and carbohydrates, so I'll give you the energy you need to do the things you love. Sorry for making you toot. If you buy me dried instead of canned, you could just soak me in water overnight and then cook me in a pressure cooker and you should just be fine. Bye.
I'm Colleen and I'm here to help you make healthy choices in your life. See you next time, sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye.